Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's a tremendous delight, indeed a privilege, to follow the Honourable Lady who has just joined us from Batley and Spens. And on the strength of what she's told the House today, no one on either side can be in any doubt that we will all look forward to the issues she takes up and to hearing her, in my case across the chamber, but in hearing what she has to say. And I know she's going to make a tremendous contribution on behalf of her constituents. It's 34 and a half years, Madam Deputy Speaker, since I made my maiden speech in this place. Listened to by my father sitting on these benches, and we're all so pleased that the Honourable Lady's parents are here today, able to watch what she has had to say and to see her maiden speech in the House of Commons. She spoke with enormous eloquence about her constituency, but she also spoke so kindly about her predecessors. And I, of course, served, first of all, with Elizabeth Peacock, who was a formidable colleague. But she follows in that finest tradition of people who are outspoken and forceful on behalf of their constituents. And the whole House will have enjoyed what she had to say today. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, I knew Jo well. I first met Jo when I was in Al Fasher in Darfur in Sudan in about 2006 with David Cameron, and she was there at a meeting fighting for the rights of women who were then being brutalised and murdered and raped in Darfur. And she was a huge presence then, so long ago. I also remember her for her trademark scarves that she used to wear. And she approached me when she was elected to this House and asked me whether I would join with her in co-chairing the Friends of Syria, which I continue to do with the Honourable Lady for Wirral South. And she came along and said, would I join her? And in doing this, I said I'd be delighted, and we worked together very closely in trying to deal with that huge humanitarian crisis which saw more than 5 million Syrians on the move. And I remember so well going with her to have tea with the Russian ambassador, and the Russian ambassador complained that I had said in this place that the behaviour of the Russians in bombing Aleppo was no different to the behaviour of the Nazis in bombing Guernica during the Spanish Civil War, to which the Russians, wrongly in my view, took exception to the comparison. But I will never forget that occasion, because Jo, with her principled approach and self-evident decency, shredded this experienced diplomat and left him unable to speak. An episode, along with others, that I have written about in my book, which is being published, Madam Deputy Speaker, on October the 12th, and I'm advised will be available in at least some good bookshops. Now, Madam Deputy Speaker, on the occasion when this House met following the murder of the Honourable Lady's sister, it fell to me to make the main tribute from the opposition backbenches on that occasion. It's one of the most miserable occasions in nearly 35 years I have had in this House. And today I want really to make, in this very short intervention, just 2 points about Jo's legacy, and 2 things where I think she set us all, wherever we stand in the House of Commons, a very good example indeed. The first of those 2 points is this. On almost any issue that was before us, we would know in advance where Jo stood. And I think that's a very important point. She was someone of such clarity and decency that whatever the issue, you would know, if you knew her, where she would stand. She had a brand. Most of us don't have a brand, or if we do, we rather wish we hadn't. But she did, and I think that's something which all members of Parliament should aspire to. The fact that our position we take on issues is clear and understandable. And the second point I would make is this. Jo was an example of something the public don't always appreciate about this place, but which sees this place, in my view, at its very best, and that is working across party on finding issues where you have agreement with those who may, in many other areas, have a different political opinion from you. And she epitomised the principled clarity of views and beliefs which mean it's possible on so many occasions, not just in select committees or on all-party groups or indeed on other ad hoc groupings which this place has in abundance. But it's one of the best aspects, in my view, of the House of Commons, and one that is, when it comes to light, is most appreciated by our constituents. That actually, where it really matters, we can work together in the public interest, in the interests of those we represent who have done us the great honour of sending us to this place. And I think that the Honourable Lady's speech epitomises that fact, and that today's debate is very much about it.